Hello, everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. I'm seeing you moving very, very quickly towards completing something. So it looks like something is going to be over, but the way that I'm seeing this is it's not a 10, it's the world. So this would mean it feels like a graduation or it feels like a completion. Meaning like I feel like I did everything that needed to be done and now I'm like graduating to something else. It's like that. So this can also be like a big accomplishment, an achievement, or you just being like, wow, I really feel like I'm done with this cycle. And there's a sense of relief and also like honor within this graduation as well, because you feel like you did something. You feel like you completed something. You feel like there's an understanding of the purpose of why I was doing this and where I am. And yeah, it just feels like, wow, like all of that work that I put in or that effort or whatever I was trying to do, like I really did that. It feels like one of those moments. So, and I'm seeing you move faster towards this completion than you initially think is what I was seeing as well. So for some of you, you may still feel like you're a bit far off from it, but I'm seeing it ends up finishing faster than you think. And also the way that I was seeing this too is that at this point in time, with the trajectory, it's like 99.8% that you're going to be completing this. So I'm not seeing anything get in the way of this. So this is like, as much as you can say something is a sure thing, this is a sure thing. Okay. So I'm seeing that you're not there yet, but you're very shortly like coming up on that, and you're going to be completing something. This is going to feel like a moment for you. Okay. But you may not be feeling like that right now. Some of you may be like a bit resistant to the changes that are happening still. I'm seeing the Five of Wands and the Death card. It has to do with plans being made. The changes that are enveloping the process. There may be some things that you feel like the universe or your guides or your higher self is trying to get you to release and surrender to, and you may still be battling a bit with that, but it's stuff that you don't need. It's almost like you can pick two toys that you want to bring with you, and you want to bring four. And you're like, I don't want to let go of any of them. And they're like, you're only going to need two of them. You're only going to play with two of them. You're only going to want two of them. And there's this thing that's happening here where you're like, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. But I'm seeing your guides be like, you don't have to if you don't want to. It'll be more difficult to bring four with you. And you're also like you're not going to use the other two. You don't need them. So if I'm hearing the word sacrifice, so you may feel like you have to sacrifice something, but I'm seeing that like when you get in the process and like on the other side of it, you're going to be like, oh, I really didn't need that. But you may not be feeling like that right now. It's okay. It's just a process. It's like still learning to trust that you can be safe in the surrender and that it's actually something that you want. And right now, there may still be resistance to this. Like I didn't ask for this, or like that's really a lot for me, you know? Let's see more and get what this is about. Yeah, it's like you have to take like a jump or a leap of faith, I'm getting. But I'm seeing your guides be there to catch you. Yeah, just surrendering to this is going to be very helpful because I'm seeing you still be a bit resistant. Feeling resistant. But yeah, this surrendering, this change, this really big transition, it's totally meant to help you. If you can like really embrace the scorpionic and plutonic process of this, it's going to be easier on you, but you have to get your willingness into a way where you are actually surrendering. where like that is your mantra as you move through this. The deal with the death card is that it asks you to surrender things, but they're actually things that you don't need. It's like you think that you're going to need it, but you don't need it. And the death card is like wise in that way, saying we don't need to pack that extra baggage. And that means too that if you surrender these things, you're not going to go back looking for them and be like, wow, I'm really missing that, for the most part. There can be moments of nostalgia, but there's nothing that, it's not asking you to surrender anything you need. Let's just put it simply like that, okay? There's nothing that you need that you're being asked to surrender. It's all the other stuff that would be slowing down your progress and your growth. This like release and this surrendering is gonna get you past the threshold. So this means like really leaving things behind that are meant to be left behind, but in a big way because it's the death card. But there may still be attachments that you have, like what if I need this? Or like what if that doesn't happen and I have to go over here? Things like this where you may not be thinking that, you may be thinking you're going to need stuff that you're being asked to surrender, or you feel called to surrender. But again, I'm getting that you don't need it. Yeah, because you're over here trying to do something new. This is feeling like an eye of the needle moment, where like you really have to shed in order to step into this, and to step beyond the threshold here. What you want to do is prioritizing you being open. So it's like rather than feeling stuck and holding on to the old energy, this is about surrendering as much as you can, as much as you're willing to, and to also prioritize like the newness that is calling you. It's like the Fool is calling over to you and being like, hey, look over here, like this is where we're going. So focus on where you're stepping and not on the past. It's going to make it easier to let go of that stuff. You don't need to carry it with you. That's why I'm seeing this be here. It's kind of like the death card being like a security guard and saying you can't bring that past this with you. So what helps you is thinking about, okay, like in the new energy, what am I gonna need? Like in this new aspect of my energy, in this growth, what am I going to need? And can I be open to maybe needing different things than I thought that I would need? Maybe not needing that thing that was feeling significant before, because maybe there's gonna be something else that will replace that. It's to have Scorpio and Uranus here. Scorpio is going to be shedding. It's also growth psychologically and spiritually. And Uranus is thinking outside of the box and doing things in a different way. And this is really breaking up routine. So you can also feel like you're being asked to surrender, being guided to surrender stuff that you were doing before that you became accustomed to, that now it's like we're really switching it up here. It's very different now. So like allow yourself to bring yourself to be in that place where you're acknowledging that like this is like a different game that you're in now. I feel like game has a connotation where there's like playing around. I mean more so like this is a fresh new energy that you are in, and so you don't need to do things in the old ways that you were doing them before. And if you can be open enough, you can find like a much more effective path that you can link with. It's kind of like being in a different place and trying to take the same pathways and avenues that you were taking before. Like, let's say that before you were traveling by skateboard, and now you've been given a vehicle. And it's like you're still trying to do things the way that you were doing them on the skateboard, but you have a whole new vehicle now. You have a whole vehicle now. And so you can do things that are different. So by you being open to acknowledging that you have a different vehicle now, it's going to open you up to all the possibilities that the vehicle can provide for you that the skateboard couldn't do. And this is definitely an upgrade. This isn't you regressing in any way. Like, you're moving forward, you're expanding here. But if you're still acting like this vehicle is the skateboard, then you're going to be very limited in this. And that's why you're being asked to surrender. That's what this is about. So it's like, think like that. Think like you're in this new space and this new energy, because like the rules are different here. But you may be very used to having to like fight tooth and nail for things, and that's why this may be feeling tricky and challenging. But yeah, that's why you've been feeling the way that you've been feeling. But I'm seeing you really into something big and new and exciting here. You may kind of feel like the new kid on the block a bit. But I'm seeing you even getting like more information and being informed of this like new adventure as well. It feels very fresh. Like, it feels like waking up as the sun is rising and the air feels very crisp, and there's this like renewed sense of freshness that you're feeling. Like, it really feels like a new day. It's a moment like that, but I'm seeing this be like a whole venture that you're beginning. So I'm seeing you kind of be like pulled towards that, feeling called towards that. This is also aligned with your purpose too. I'm seeing that be reflected on as well. Okay. There's information that you're using and integrating that seems like it's helping you. There may also be new people that you may be collaborating in a different way, we can say. Some of you, it's the people that are different. Some of you, it's like the techniques that you were using. I'm seeing a bunch of different stuff that's changing when it comes to your collaborations and when it comes to what you're open to doing. And I'm also getting to that you collaborating just in general with the energies around you that you have available to you. I'm seeing that's going to be helpful too. You may be getting news about somebody wanting to work with you or collab with you in some way. It seems like a person coming through. It's like I'm seeing somebody see where you are and that you're like starting this thing that you're doing. And it's like they're coming through. It feels like as soon as you open this door and step onto the other side of it and you're like, okay, like I walked through the portal, I'm in this new energy now. I walked through the portal, I'm in this new energy now. I'm seeing somebody actually come to meet you. It's like you didn't know if you would like meet anybody on this other side. I'm seeing this person come through and like wanting to work with you. It seems to like they're going to help you through the transition as well. These can be messages you're getting too. Some of you, it can be a person, it can be a spirit guide. For some of you, this is a physical person that you're going to be working with. There can be mentoring involved in this as well for some of you. I'm getting stuff about fabric or like textiles, fabric textiles. Yeah, somebody wants to, I'm hearing join forces, like join and connect with you. This is somebody that you feel like is cut from the same cloth. That's the energy that you would get with this person, like a like-minded being. They're also going to help you. This person, I don't know how long they're going to be around, but I'm seeing that they're going to help you with the transition, or this entity, we can say. Also, just to clarify, I feel like entity has like a weird connotation. Entity just means another being in the context that I'm using it. So there's like another being that's coming through that is helping you, especially with like the more jagged aspects of the transition I'm seeing. There's somebody that kind of keeps you on task, is what I'm seeing. It's like when you start like getting out of focus, I'm seeing them kind of bring you back. But I'm not seeing them be someone like above you or anything like that. It's like somebody that you're actually working with, like you have a back and forth with this person. And they feel like an equal to you. Yeah. I'm seeing them also be like very supportive and very encouraging. I'm looking at Scorpio, Gemini, and Leo. So like archetypally, Leo will be that friend that's like, you got this, like super encouraging, super supportive, super warm. This can also be the Leo within your own chart that you're tapping into. Also Gemini, it's like there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of connecting, like partnership, working with one another, figuring things out. This does very much, you're not working alone here. I'm seeing there absolutely 100% be another being that you are working with. And it's somebody that kind of like reinforces and encourages what you have going on. Like there's somebody that supports you in the right way, in a way that you want to be supported. The name Mary is coming through. Yeah. This transition doesn't have to be difficult. The reason that it's feeling challenging is not because it's challenging. The reason it's feeling challenging is the resistance to surrendering. So that's literally like the simplicity of this message. And it's just coming from this like dubiousness of like, can I really trust this? Like, is this really safe? Like, am I really only surrendering what I don't need? It's like that type of energy. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. That's why things feel particularly challenging right now, because you're still kind of fighting and holding on to certain things that I'm seeing it just be unnecessary for you. So just open yourself up as much as you can to embracing the new energy, and realize that you don't need the same stuff packed for this that you did for that other thing. And that's why you're being asked to like empty out your bags and only take what you need. Especially energetically. Empty your bags energetically. So you can try on like the new framework and see from that. Because I'm seeing it be something advanced. Again, coming to this point of skateboard to like motorized vehicle, okay? And you can do different things now, and you have different options, and you can go further, you know, like there's less legwork that you're doing. It can be easier. And you have more at your disposal as well that can be integrated. But again, if you're like still in that mindset of, oh, I only have the skateboard, you're really going to limit what you can do. So that's why opening yourself up to this energetically, like opening your mind, opening your spirit to this, it's going to help you see, oh, this is like a totally new world. I have a vehicle now. Like I can do very different things with this. So even though it's still a mode of transportation, it's like a huge upgrade I'm seeing that you've entered into. So this is about embracing that. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.